Hello folks, and welcome to a brand new video by me, Tactical Max 7 on YouTube. This is something I have been playing about with for a long time. Get your mind out the gutter. This is something that I have been trying to develop since the beginning of this game, and I think we have the players that you can get away with this now. What am I talking about? Not the Giant Killer. Not yet. That one's coming. Trust me, working on that too. We are talking about something that plays at 100 depth. Now, we all remember the 100 depth meta last year, and what we've seen this year is every single meta from last year has made a comeback in some form or another. The 4-3-2-1 is replicated with this, the 4-5-1. The heading meta was replicated with the corner aerial plus. Once we get the players that have the aerial plus and striking positions, we'll get that again. The whipped crosses, they're there. Everything's still there. It's EA. They don't update anything, don't change anything. They just write over the code with something else. Put pretty pictures on things, make animated cards, and everyone's like, wow, there's snow on my card. Nah, this is just the same game, so we can use the same exploits. This is it. 100 depth. Into the team management. So, 4-5-1. There's a code there if you wanna get it. Why is this so good? Well, it's on balanced build-up style. You can go to short passing. That would work. Counter, I found, was too fast. The players are already forward. They don't need to be any further forward running forward. We're on 100 depth. Now, you can play this anywhere from 61 right the way up to 100. I've played it on all of them. Literally all, well, not quite all of them, but you know, most of them. 100 depth. If it starts on aggressive, it'll put you on to 95, and that's fine. You can play it on high, aggressive, or 100. The player roles we have as our striker, we have advanced, forward, and attack. Our left and our right mids are inside forwards on balanced. Our two outside centre mids, our LCM and our RCM, are playmakers, and the left one's on attack and the right one's on roaming. And I do that because this is 99 passing De Jong, so I want him popping up in places he can affect the game. Whereas Roberto, I just love his dribbling. His left stick dribbling's amazing, so I want him attacking. I want to get him on the ball and running. Pirlo is my deep-lying playmaker and defend. Now, you can change this to a holding and defend, or ball winning, if you want. I have it on deep-lying playmaker because I have the playstyle pluses, and I feel that deep line playmaker defend sits further back than holding. That makes sense. And when you're playing at 100 depth, that's what you want. You want that one player to be further back. Now, Pirlo is not the defensive player that I would want it. Declan Rice or someone like that would be a really good player. I don't know if you've got the playstyle pluses. I played it with the new Billy Gilmore card. He was brilliant in that position. I think Kante would be amazing in this position. So you select the roles that are suitable for it. The two fullbacks are on fullback and defend, and the two centre-backs are on defender and defend. This is because we are so high up the park, we have to give ourselves a chance to defend. So we've got these guys in a nice line. When with the ball, we have this. It's like that inverted triangle in the middle again. De Jong will sit in the spaces there. Roberto will be more attacking. Pirlo's sitting there. Obviously, that's where your defence is sitting. Your inside forwards are inside forwards. You know what they are. This, I can't really explain to you how much I've enjoyed playing this. I have had so many rage quits. The frustrating thing is I've had so many rage quits at 0-0. Because what this does is it suffocates teams. It suffocates your opponent. And if you can win the ball back high up the park, you've got players everywhere. There have been so many times that an opponent's lost the ball with a left back or a right back or a centre back, and I've just been one pass through on goal. It's so much fun. But like I say, if you're too, because you're so aggressive, a lot of people want to quit at 0-0, and that's happened to me a lot. It's a bit of a toxic trait the community has, but you know, it is what it is. I get a lot of 1-0 wins with it. I get a lot of 2-0 wins with it. I don't think I've gone past that in the last 2 weeks I've been testing it. So let's get into some gameplay, and I'll try and show you. The first gameplay I'm going to show you is 61 depth, and that's really short because the guy quits quite quickly. And the second one I want to show you is 100 depth. That's a bit longer. and you'll see the difference. Also, Sasic in the first game is on Poacher, and then I change it halfway through, and she scores to advance forward because advance forward is just better at the moment. I love Poacher, but yeah, advance forward is just better. So, like, subscribe, comment, because you guys are amazing at doing this. We've got a wonderful wee community going on here, and I want to keep growing and I want to get bigger. So, thank you, and let's get. Okay, let's get into the tactics bit. Right, first off, brilliant team I'm up against here. Brilliant team. Secondly, please remember, only play this 100 depth if you're comfortable with it. If you give it a game and you're not comfortable with it, move on to something else, because the 100 depth is, for me, brilliant. You'll see it. Also, Sasic here is starting off as a Poacher. I'll tell you when I change her to advance forward, because I was going to go with Poacher and I changed it last minute. So here we are, you see, good, on break, on transition. Okay, so this is 100 depth, remember? There's my midfield. There's my defense. This defense is no further forward than it would be if you were on any other depth. And you can prove it when you play it yourself. Go and have a look at it on 60. It might be a slightly deeper, but it won't be much. They're not in the other half. They're playing with the attacking line. That's what we want. The midfield is higher up, so there's a bigger gap between your midfield and your defense. Remember, with the 4-5-1 flat, it's 3 center mids. So just be aware of that. You can see as he attacks, or they attack, my defense doesn't drop back far. They stay high. They stay at a really high line. So now the gap between my defense and my midfield is really small. So that subtle moment where I stopped him breaking through my line has allowed my team to reset and be super compact. Interesting that, isn't it? Let's have a look at that again. Oh, get rid of the lines. So I lose the ball here. So it's a turnover in his defensive third. You see my midfield and defense are just stopping him breaking through. And we're able to cover the ball really easily. Really important that. Now when we attack though, remember we're just on balance mentality. We're not on counter. Counter would make us attack even faster, but I didn't feel it was necessary. We've lost out. Look at the position of the team. It is not super high up the park. We're able to intercept those balls and we're able to do a lot. Now we clip over the top. Watch Van Dijk here, okay? This is something that I found really interesting in this game. Tell me if you think this is a nerf. Tell me if you think this is DDA. Tell me if you think this is EA playing a little bit silly buggers with Van Dijk here. Ball over the top. Look at Van Dijk. Goes, stops. Not sprinting either. I find that really interesting, that the AI wouldn't sprint with him. So, offside. He picks the ball. Don't know why the ref stopped it when it was offside. He gives the ball to Theo. Try and come down the line. You see our defensive shape. Look how strong we are. Midfield 5 and defense. Frimpong is putting some pressure on the left winger, but we have 3 defenders here. My left back is staying nice and narrow, so he does have a big switch, but all our players would drop back if that happened, and we'd be laughing. He loses the ball, we pick up. Sani, look at, if we go back 10 seconds, watch when we pick up the ball. Bum, bum, bum. He's bringing it out to Theo. We win the ball here. Watch, already on the move. Roberto, go in. De Jong's about to go. Pirlo's going to go, even though Pirlo's on holding. Not on holding, on defensive. There, Pirlo picks up the ball. Get the ball to Roberto, we lose out. Fine, whatever. Roberto's tracking back to get into space. Pirlo comes across and covers. And Roberto's now back in space. Once again, whole team is in shape. And we're putting pressure on with Roberto. Savinho, who's a really nice card to use for this game actually, is sticking out there. I'm not going to keep pausing it. I'm going to let you see how the team plays. I just wanted to show you that defensive line that we're able to create, and how our defense is really solid when we have those 2 lines. So he's not finding any real space. He's getting fed up. He's going backwards, and you know a player's starting to get frustrated when they start doing this, when they start pedaling backwards. It means they are frustrated. Gets it to Desai. He's got no one. Look, he has no one. We are so high up the park. We're totally negating his midfield. Totally negating it. We're overrunning it. Yeah, we've only got one striker to press at the up top, but he just doesn't really have anywhere to go. So Desai's end up tracking across the field. He comes back into Van Dijk here. He runs it with Van Dijk. I'm not pressuring him at this point. I don't need to pressure him at this point. He's going to make a mistake. I'm going to win the ball. And he runs the ball straight out. I can at this point, so now I've changed Sasic to advance forward. I just cut that bit out. Get the ball to Pirlo. We go back to Konate. We've got De Jong right far forward. Roberto's far forward. We go back to Roberto, who's dropped. We got Pirlo, Sani, Dink over the top. Sasic pitch it up. And you see Van Dijk again, not sprinting. Doesn't matter though. He's pulled Van Dijk out. It's not the computer's fault. The computer's done nothing. We see it. Go back a little bit. We see here, he didn't pull Van Dijk out. Ball over the top. He's his left back. Wrong choice. Him or him. Put pressure on me. Ball goes over the top. He's controlling the centre back. Doesn't track him back. Goal. I think he was annoyed because he quits now. Well, he didn't quit. He paused it. Stopped it because he paused it 30 seconds. Tried to add me, started, paused it, like just messing about. So into the second game. These are Division 1 games, I should say as well. I'm playing in Division 1. Neither of these players were particularly bad. I just think that this formation in the 100 depth caught them off guard, which is what I was trying to do. Lovely ball from Roberto there. Sani, we take it wide. I don't know why I try and cut it. I should not be trying to cut that back. I should just score. Bellingham brings it forward for him. We get lucky there because we don't pick up the foul, but Konate obviously wiped out his player, which wasn't my intention. Beckham picks the ball up, goes to Chiesa, player I hate playing against. Don't know how you guys find playing him, but I find him, he does damage to me every time I play against him. Normally it's striker as well. He's looking for runs here. He's not triggering any runs. That's the big thing. He's not triggering runs. I defend that terribly. Then give away another foul. At this point, I'm sitting here thinking, oh, I've given away another foul, and he has David Beckham on the free kick. So I'm like, right, I'll wait. I try and psych him out. I think I move my goalkeeper. There we go. And then I move my goalkeeper back. Like, try to catch him when he's taking, like, when he's aiming. Then I bring a player back onto the line, bring Van Dijk back. Like, right, so he goes for the opposite corner, but the keeper had it covered, he says confidently. We go short to Van Dijk. If you see, once I've gone short, and this is something you should watch, there's my line. So if you've got a target forward, right, you can knock the ball along to your target forward and knock it down. My entire midfield is closer to his goal than his midfield. Now, that could be a problem when we play it short, because we're going to play this out to Van Dijk, and then Van Dijk's got to turn and find a player. And if my midfield's standing on the wrong side, that's not good for me. So when Van Dijk picks the ball up, now look at my midfield. My midfield have moved onto the right side. So I now have passes available to me. This is what I'm finding with this 100 depth. The players are reacting. Look where my midfield are now. And if you go back and have a look at where they were on the wrong, they were on the attacking side of the midfield. So this formation almost moves with you, and the 100 depth, I think, causes that. We do a nice wee body feint, get inside, nutmeg, shot across goal, and we do get lucky with the rebound. But you're only going to get lucky if you take the shot. We get going again. Chiesa, again, still annoying me. Picks the ball up. Sani into De Jong. Sani, lovely pass to Pirlo. Ball forward. Sani runs it to the byline. We cut back in. We try and take a shot. We mess it up. We're fine. De Jong finds Sasic. We find some space. She can't do much, but she can score goals. That's her role. So we're now 2-0 up. We're quite comfortable. He's trying to do the close dribbling, and he does really well. He totally does me. Like, that was close to being an absolutely perfect pass as well. I didn't see it. Savinho. I turn back. I go back to Pirlo. Look at the position. Look where my players are. So Pirlo is my... Ooh, what have I done? Pirlo as my more supportive centre mid. He's got De Jong ahead of him. Savinho there. Roberto is that Roberto? Sani's there. It's easy to burn. Sasic is way up front. You know, we have options. We've got options all over the place. There's Di Roberto. Made a mad run forward. So yeah, we lose the ball. My team's now quite high up the park. They're inside the half. No one in their half. He could be sending players on runs, and that might cause me problems, and I might struggle with that. But he doesn't do that because I think I close him down really well. When he gets into that midfield, I don't try and close him down in his defensive third. I'm just leaving him to have the ball. And once he comes out of that defensive third, that's when I'm trying to close him down. Lovely ball into Savinho here. With the deftest wee chip over the top. It was lovely. It was really lovely. It's a nice card. And this is it. He's had enough. And he goes. So, again, really nice formation. I've played it from 61 all the way up to 100. The two videos are from the 100 depth, but you won't notice a massive difference from like 75 and upwards. I just don't feel. I'm not feeling that difference. So give it a go. But remember, if you're struggling with 100 depth and people are playing big through balls over the top of you, then in game, drop that depth. Don't be worried about doing that, or don't panic. If you're finding that someone has picked up that you're playing really high depth and they're trying to abuse that, then just drop your depth down to 61. The team still sets up in a really nice way, and the formation still plays in a really, really nice way. You will still find a lot of success with this. So give it a go, and we'll get into the final thoughts. Well, there you go. That was it. The gameplay of the 451. It is one of my favourite formations at the moment. I feel like the 100 depth on it just makes it so good. Your striker is at points isolated, and you'll have seen that. But with the 100 depth, you push your playmakers and your inside forwards up to meet them as soon as we've got the ball. They're already high up the pitch. You've seen the offsides that I managed to create. You've seen where my defence was. If 100 depth is not for you and you're not liking it, this plays brilliantly all the way down to 61. Didn't take it any lower than 61. Was it 61? I think it was 61. Maybe 65. No, I'm telling a lie. The first game was on 70. I went from... the first game was recorded on 70. From 70 to 100. But it can go down to 60 if you really want it to. If that's what you need, it will play all the way down to there. It's just the gaps between your midfield and your striker will get bigger. Not a lot. It's not a lot. And that's one of the things that clued me into the fact that a 100 depth formation could work. Is that arbitrary number that we're now getting. The 70, the 80, the 95, the 100, it's not making a big difference. There's a big difference between 50 and 100, but the steps are very small within that. So yeah, give it a go. If you don't like it, drop the depth down. Old Gen, obviously, drop the depth down, probably to 50. You know what old Gen's like, it's just so ping, ping, ping. Yeah, give it a go. Hope you like it. Spent me a bit of time doing this one. I'm working on the Giant Killer for Team of the Year. Don't worry, that'll come out. There is a way to get it working. I think I found it. Quite happy with it. Right, enjoy yourselves. This is a great formation. Catch you guys in the next video. Bye.